Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second press conference of the day. We have Team South Africa in the room, Coach Molefi with Neo. I would like to remind you certain things. Please, we all put our phones on silent mode before we start. And also, as I said before, the translation is available in all languages: Swahili, Arabic, Portuguese, English, French. So the translation is there. So you just need to download the app, and you can listen in all these languages. And for the photographers, as you know, you have just 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, please stop taking pictures. Good morning, good afternoon, Coach. Good morning, Coach Molefi. You are about to play your first game in this CHAN 2024, and you will be playing against Algeria, who has already won. They have already won their first game. Is it easier to enter the competition this way?
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much for having us as South Africa. I think we really want to thank CAF to have organized a tournament of this magnitude, and all the teams that are represented here in Uganda. I think we are all looking forward to do well for our countries, and the players selected are also looking forward to this tournament. And in any tournament, you are looking forward to a very high level of competition. And I think we have seen the first games in our group. The competition was very high. So that is what is expected when you come to a tournament of this level, African Nations Championship. So we are also very happy and looking forward to our first game. Yes, Algeria has played their first game, which is somehow good for them because they did well against the host, Uganda, having to score 3 goals and also getting maximum points. So as we are coming in to play them the first game, the good thing about them is that they have done their own analysis of their team. But from our side, we are still to play our first game. We are still to manage the game and to see if ever our tactical approach to the game will work. And the critical phases of the game will always be important to us as South Africa to see how we manage the game in the first 15, 20 minutes of first half. The last 15 minutes obviously will be very important. And we saw in the games that were played, Guinea against Niger, Guinea won the game. So when you look at the times when goals were scored, it calls for one to be very careful when it comes to the last 20 or 15 minutes of the game. We also saw Algeria scoring 2 goals in 3 minutes. So that tells you the level of competition. And we are just not talking about Algeria having won their first game. We are also talking about Algeria being the defending champions. So I think in our group, it's a difficult one because we have the defending champions and the host. So we'll always give respect to our opponents. And in us giving respect to our opponents, it's competition, and we are here to compete and to do our best and represent our country. And hopefully everything works out for us. And then we stay in this tournament until the last day. And the last day, we will be the one hoisting the trophy. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Neo, can you tell us how well prepared are you to face Algeria tomorrow?
Good afternoon, members of the media. I think it's a very huge opportunity and honor to actually be one of the teams that are participating in such a unique and big competition. For us, it's mainly that to enjoy first, because football is for entertainment, making sure that we give the supporters a great show, but also, like our coaches said, that it's a tournament at the end of the day, so we have to prepare accordingly and play tournament football. I mean, we're playing against the defending champions, our first game, so it's going to be a very interesting game after we saw how they played. And also, the boys are ready, we prepared, so when we start, we just want to start on a good note for ourselves and for the country. Thank you.
Question? Yes, let's start from here. Where is the microphone? Yeah.
Greetings, Coach. Togozisi from Far Post. Coach, obviously just came from pre-season, and a number of players have not played a lot of football in recent times. How is the team looking from a conditioning point of view ahead of the first game?
Thank you for that. And I think the days and the hours that we have to put into our preparation also looked into all the aspects of team preparation. Yes, tactically, we have selected a team of individuals that are of a high level tactically. Technically, yes, we are looking forward to do well as a team. But in a tournament, you will always be asked a lot of questions when it comes to the physical readiness of the team.
Question?
But the most important thing will be how you manage the game itself. Like I spoke about the critical phases of the game. So in our preparations, I think we have considered all those elements that are very important coming into a tournament of this magnitude, because we are looking at playing 7 games, and in the next 10 days we have to play 4 games. So I think our periodization has always been very important, which is not only about the physical side, but also about the tactical side. So what will be key for us here will be how we manage the game, how we control certain moments and phases of the game to our advantage, because it's a tournament, it's a marathon. So I think, like I said, we have done our tactical periodization coming into this tournament. We have done our physical preparation coming into this tournament. So that will always be tested during the course of the first group stage matches and going into the next phase of the tournament.
Thank you. Question? Yes. Okay.
Good morning.
Yes, it's fine. You can, yes.
Good morning, Coach. You said the Algerian team playing against Uganda, and like the Algerian team is in advantage for you.
I think it is not about looking into it to be an advantage or disadvantage. I think when the fixture was drawn and the fixture was sent out, everybody was fully aware that there will be a time where you will have to play your first game. There will be a time where you have to play your last game, and I think the preparation has to go accordingly. We are talking of Algeria, which comes from the northern part of Africa. They have got their own style, their own culture, and their own way of play, which might be different from Uganda, which might be different from Guinea, which might be different from Niger. So I think in our preparation, like I said, we have done our tactical periodization, looking into our opponents and looking into their strengths and their weaknesses. And I think they have done the same, and they will be doing the same, as much as we are playing our first game tomorrow. But I think they have done their homework, because we played the qualifiers against Egypt, home and away, against Malawi, home and away. So I think the analysts of any of the countries that are here, I think they should be, they should have done their part in providing whatever information that is needed for each of the teams that is in our group to prepare properly when they are to play any of the teams.
Thank you, Coach. You announced a squad that has many unattached players. How is this tournament important to your players in terms of looking for clubs and visibility? Thank you.
I think it has become very normal with us when you look at our schedule and our PSL schedule, and also looking into UEFA and other federations when you look at their schedule. It also depends from country to country. Some countries, when we were to play the qualifiers, they stopped their league, and then they gave the national team an opportunity to select the best players available. But when you go back to South Africa, that time the teams were fighting for their survival, whether to win the league, whether to avoid relegation, or whether to be in the top 8. So it was very difficult for the clubs and the coaches to release their players. And we kept on saying thanks to the clubs and the coaches that managed to respond positively whenever we were asking for certain players to come and help the team. And I think it's the same. In South Africa, last week they played the top 8, the MTN Cup. So in a way, you could not get any local player whose team was to participate in the top 8. So I think the selection basically came from there. But we have quality players that are not attached, not because of a lower level of technical quality. It's because of many other things. Because players are moving from one club to another. So we are also very happy, and we appreciate them making themselves available, despite the fact that they are still looking to move from one club to another. And then for them to heed the call of coming and representing their country in a tournament like this, we really appreciate their availability, and we're looking forward to a very good team performance.
Okay, question? Yeah, behind there. Yes, behind.
Hello,
Yes.
Coach. My name is Mohamed Amin Toure, Guinean sport journalist. Algeria, Guinea, and Uganda have played their first match. Tomorrow, South Africa will play his first match. Is it a handicap for you?
Like I said, it's not much of a challenge, because when the fixtures were sent out, we were fully aware that the other 4 teams will play their first matches, and then we will be playing our first match on the 8th. And we are fully aware that the next match will be on the 11th, the 15th, and the 18th of our group stages. So as soon as you see the fixture and then you know who is in your group, you have to prepare accordingly. I think Niger, Guinea, and Algeria were the first ones to arrive in Uganda. Us knowing that we are playing our first game on the 8th, I think we are the last ones to arrive in Uganda. So that one, it doesn't give anybody an advantage of any kind. The only thing is we could not play all the 5 games at the same time. So there was to be a team that is starting late. Like when we play tomorrow, Algeria will be playing South Africa, and the Uganda playing Guinea. Niger will be on standby. So I think that's how the fixture goes, and I think each and every one of us in this group will look at it as as an advantage, and some will look at it as a disadvantage. But at the end of the day, it's a tournament football.
Question for the player. One question for the player. You don't have? Yes? Okay, please.
Now, I'll ask it, they will decide who will answer it. The player and the coach.
No, please. I said.
Because it's generic, I don't know who has the best answer for it.
I said question for the player, please.
Okay, what is the goal of South Africa in this tournament?
Is to win the tournament. That's our goal.
Speak close to the microphone.
Okay, the goal for South Africa is to make sure that at the end of this tournament, we win it.
Thank you. Question? Okay. Yeah.
Neo, greetings, man. You've said the goal is to win the tournament. When you look at the quality that is in the team, and obviously coming into, I think I asked Coach about fitness issues. Where are you guys from a fitness point of view in terms of readiness? And also, what's the conversation that you guys are having amongst yourself as a team ahead of the first game?
I think it's very important for us to be mindful of our physical capacity, but we have fitness coaches that actually make sure that as soon as we entered camp the first day, that we are in good conditions to start the game against Algeria. So I don't think it will be much of a problem. We have a reasonable good squad that actually can compete, and also substitutions, backup players that can make sure that they finish up the job, or other guys have started. So I don't think it's much of a concern. The only thing is for us to apply ourselves accordingly and continue to take it one game at a time. This is our first game, and then we are fortunate enough to play against Algeria. I think it's going to be a good test for us, but we are taking it one game at a time and making sure that, because it's the tournament, we get the maximum points to actually set the tone for ourselves in the group, because that's going to be very important at the first game of the tournament. Thank you.
The two last questions, okay, for the coach or for the player? Okay. Microphone here.
Coach, I think you watched the Algerian first match. Who do you think is the dangerous player in the Algerian team?
I think they have the first 11 that did well in the first half. They have got their front three, number 7, number 18, and number 11. In the midfield, number 24, number 13, and number 8. At the back, the center back, the central defensive captain, number 19, number 4, number 20, number 25, number 20, number 12, and the right back. So I think the reason why I'm giving you your first 11 is because, like I said, they are a country that has got teams that participate in the Champions League every year. So meaning they have got good quality players that are playing in their domestic league. So we always give respect and analyze the strength of the opponents, and obviously in a game of football there will always be areas that we can always exploit. And they also made very good substitutions in bringing in the players in the second half, number 28 at center back, number 9 at the top. So I think they've got a very balanced team. When you look at the drilled tactical movements in attack, drilled tactical movements in defense. So I think they are a very solid team that came here well prepared. So we are looking forward to play against a very organized team with some good individual players.
For the last questions, we give you the opportunity to ask a question in Zulu or in one of the local languages of South Africa, of your choice. No. Okay, microphone here, you? No, I want it, the last one, I want it in one of your languages. This is the last question. If you don't want, no problem, we close the press conference, okay?
Okay, ngizobuza ngesiZulu Neo, ungaphendula ngeSotho. Neo, uma usiza la, obviously kunenkulumo nge-future yakho as a footballer. How do you ukwenza njani ukuthi ufocus on and forget about lokho okunye okwenzakala in terms of future yakho as a player?
Firstly, I'm a professional player, so tlamehile ke ne ke nahane ka hore na go kae ka nako e ke leng ho yone. So ha ke nahane haholo ka hore ho tlo etsalang ka hosane. Ntho e nka e nahana ke hore tlamehile ke be present mo ke leng teng, making sure that country ya rona e ya pele and re qala hantle kaofela. Because ke nahana ke yona ntho e bohlokwa haholo ha o tla go tournamenteng, because a ke nahane ke ka nna fela, ke ka sehlopha kaofela. So tlamehile re ne re supportane, re dule re le ntho e le nngwe ha re qala tournament ena le fihla re qetella. Tseo tsona ke tla di bua ha se re fedile ho etsa mosebetsi.
Thank you very much, Neo. Thank you, Coach Molefi. We wish you good luck for tomorrow. We are at the end of this press conference. Thank you, guys.